Hello, my fellow gamers. This is Moses with Project Baka, and in this video, I want to talk about my Nintendo Switch collection and a game that has been recently added to my Nintendo Switch collection. So, to give you a little bit of brief background on where this journey started, it actually started about 2 months ago. It started when one of my buddies was selling me a Nintendo Switch 2 for $250. He sold it with a physical copy of Cyberpunk and a digital copy of Mario Kart. So for $250, now I know it was a good deal. So I was excited for that. Pretty much after I did make that purchase, though, I went to a yard sale across the street from his home, and they were actually selling a Nintendo Switch 1 for $80, the HD version, the white one. I purchased that as well. So yeah, just before that, I had no Nintendo systems. The last Nintendo system I did have was the Wii. So that tells you it's been a long time since I've had a Nintendo system. So again, I've always been into gaming, been a gamer, but now it's the time for me to actually have some free time to actually play these games again. Again, I had a career change and kids, and now it's the time where I can actually play games because my kids are old enough to enjoy them as well and experience them. So again, excited to start that journey, and I did. So again, the first game that I had in my physical collection was Cyberpunk. So far, I haven't played that game because I know people have been telling me it's like a 60 to 70 hour game. So I do want to make sure that I kind of save some time aside to actually play it fully. And if most of you don't know, the way I do games is I play one at a time. I don't play multiple games at the same time. So pretty much, again, the first game I purchased was Little Nightmares 3. I purchased that game and I played it to its entirety. I loved it, by the way. Great game. When I played that to its entirety, I was actually able to start and purchasing the next one. So for me, all the games that I'm trying to add to my collection, I want to play them and enjoy them. And if I'm going to keep them in my collection, I want to make sure that I do enjoy them. So again, completed that game, reserved and purchased Pokemon Legends ZA. I sadly did not like the game. I do have a video on it. But again, I was very disappointed on that game. I'm still keeping it in my collection because it's a Pokemon game, and hopefully do something later where maybe they improve it. I don't know, we'll see. But at the moment, I haven't purchased the DLC. I'm not interested in playing it any further. So I'm there with that. But because of that game, I was kind of pushed to purchase Legends Arceus. So I did purchase Pokemon Legends Arceus and actually added that to my collection. So far, I completed it to its entirety, and I gotta say that I love that game, and I'm still currently playing. So I have completed it, but I'm still playing it because it's a good game. So the story-wise, everything was just great. So love that game, fan of it, still playing it, and yeah, I have completed it. So I was actually in the process of buying my next game. People did recommend me to go purchase Pokemon Violet, and I was like, okay, let's go. So that's my next game. I ended up going to GameStop, and I was almost ready to purchase the game, but something else came into my vision. Sadly, I did not purchase the Pokemon game. I actually ended up purchasing this other game that I'm actually really excited about and fanboyed about. So yeah, so I got it, picked it up, and that is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. It was there for $25. And yeah, I mean, I saw it there. I was like, okay, well, I haven't played this game since the PS4 back when it was released. So I actually ended up playing both the DLCs. Now there's apparently 16 additional DLCs, so I'm actually playing it from beginning to end. So super excited to play this game to its entirety now. I know this one's a game that's probably 40, 60 plus hours. So again, fully excited, and I'm gonna do it. So yeah, again, I fanboyed about this. Just to let you know, give you a little quick hint, this did receive 800 rewards, so I know there's a lot to go through, but again, as you see, there's some of those like IGN and some other companies. My company that I owned were one of the companies that gave one of these awards. Eventually, I'll give more hints through the series of whatever I'm doing here on YouTube, but again, we were one of those that gave the award. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I actually do have some friends that work here. So I know that they're releasing the Witcher 4. So I'm super excited about that one as well. I'm gonna see if they're gonna release it for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's a huge file. So again, I'm gonna reach out to some of my friends, get more information, and I'll give that information to you guys once I know that. But I'm super excited to actually get this for $25. Apparently it's more expensive. The guy at GameStop was like, well, that's how we have it priced. I'm gonna have to give it to you for that. Like, he knew that. I honestly don't know how much it is, but he says that it's supposed to be more expensive because it's a complete edition, but they just wrote it down for some reason. And it's kind of nice. I mean, they came with a little package of, stickers, the booklet, something that you don't get anymore on games, and the map, which I'm going to frame. So excited for that. But yeah, again, I started playing it. I think I've been playing it for about 2-3 days now. And it's different in the Nintendo Switch too. But again, I'm gonna give a review once I complete that. And yes, I'm playing this actually heavily. I'm at least playing maybe 3 to 4 hours a day. So I'll complete it hopefully within the next month or so with all the DLCs, but I'll do my review once I just complete the main story, not the DLCs. I'll probably do a separate video on that. But again, super excited about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Again, not a fan of the Netflix series, but a huge fan of the books. I've read all the books. I've played all the games. I actually fanboyed when I met Henry Cavill back when he was doing that. So Henry Cavill should have stayed as The Witcher, but I'm not going to get into it. The whole writing staff ruined the show. Didn't stick with the book. Henry left because they didn't stick with the book. But whatever. At least I got to meet him, and he was great when he was doing The Witcher. We talked about The Witcher and the books and stuff, so it was kind of nice. Hopefully I'll probably post like a video or something or photos from that. But yeah, again, super excited to play this game. It's going to stay in my collection for sure. And I'll do a review on the Nintendo Switch 2 version of it, which is going to be kind of nice. But again, this is the game that was added to my collection. So now I have... Sorry, I'm trying to mentally count 5 physical games for the Nintendo Switch. So again, if you guys want to help me, please do. The best way you can do it is either subscribing or in the comments down below, recommend me some of the games. I'm a big fan of games like The Witcher, Pokemon, horror games, kind of like Resident Evil and things like that. So if you guys can help me out, please in the comments down below, write games that, you love, and the one that gets like the most upvotes or the one that gets the most recommended, I'm going to purchase that game so I can actually play it and see if I can add it to my collection. Because again, I do want to build a Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 collection, and I'm really excited to actually play these games. So again, whatever you guys can recommend me, that'd be great. Don't recommend, what is the game that I actually love, but, it's expensive. Outlast 1 and 2. I've already seen how much they are. Don't recommend those because I don't think I'm going to be purchasing them in the physical versions. I might one day, but them being over $200 a piece, maybe $500 for the collection, I'm not going to do that for Switch games. I'm not that crazy. So please, again, recommend me games down below on what you think would be great and I can enjoy. Eventually, hopefully, if the channel gets big enough, I'll do live streams with these games. I'll do interviews. I'll even travel for these game events. And like I said, I don't want to make it sound like biased or anything, but again, like I do have friends in the industry that work for Resident Evil, for CD Projekt Red and things like that. And I'm not going to be biased about these games. I'm going to give honest reviews. I always have. Back even then when I was with IGN and had my own company, we never took pricing for or payments. We never took payments for reviews, as you could say that, as most companies actually do now. So that's why you see companies like, I'm not going to name, give crappy games good reviews because they get paid for it. So I'm not going to be that person. I'm always going to be completely forward and honest. And this is how I make friends in the industry because this is the way I approach it, and always have. It's all about honesty. So hopefully we can grow this channel a bit more eventually one day, make it big. And yeah, we'll start from here. So it all starts with a collection and it will end with whatever it ends. But hopefully you can be in this journey with me. So thank you. Peace out.